Everything that's already happened in the week has already happened. So just let it go. Everything that'll happen after practice hasn't happened yet. So just don't worry about it. And we'll start off practice a little differently. 3 rounds of breath to start. Take a deep inhale breath, fill it from the very, very base of your belly. And then open mouth exhale, let it go. Nice, 2 more, big inhale. And smooth exhale. 1 more, deep inhale. And smooth exhale. And I want you to visualize the lung into 3 compartments. So we'll fill up the lungs to the first third, hold, then to the second third, hold, and then all the way to the top, hold, and then a big long exhale. So just 3 rounds of that. Fill it up for 3, 2, 1, hold. Fill it up for 3, 2, 1, hold. Fill it up for 3, 2, 1, hold. Take a big smooth exhale. Just 2 more times. Inhale for 3, 2, 1, hold. Inhale for 3, 2, 1, hold. Inhale for 3, 2, 1, hold. Take a deep, long exhale, let it out. 1 more just like this. Big inhale for 3, 2, 1, hold. Inhale for 3, 2, 1, hold. Inhale for 3, 2, 1, hold. Deep, long exhale. And then with any manipulation that you have of the breath, let it go. And come back to the smooth, natural cadence of your breath. And then begin to think of someone or something that you are grateful for. So begin to dedicate your practice towards them. You can also utilize this as your intention for practice. And if that is something that you typically do, go ahead and think of that now. And then whatever your intention, your person or thing might be, just draw that towards the top of your mind. And then 1 more round of breaths together. Big inhale. Nice, smooth exhale. If you're ready, release the eyes, allow them to blink open. And then come into Upavishta Konasana, so a wide-legged forward, or set up for a wide-legged forward bend. So both like that to opposite ends. And then any amount of bend to your knees that you need to do. Take a really big inhale, lengthen through both sides of the waist, and just crawl the fingertips forward. I'm not expecting a really big fold yet. Lightly flex your toes towards your shins. Just say hello to the back of the thighs, the inner thighs, the groin. Nice, 1 more breath here. Beautiful, make your way back towards center. Bend into your left knee, draw your soul towards your groin. Typically we'll twist towards the left and then fold, but I want you to fold directly over the shin. So just crawl the fingertips forward like we did before. And then any amount of bend into your left knee. Just allow any sit bone that wants to lift to lift. 1 more breath here. And then come back towards center. Nice. Go ahead and bring your right hand to the outside of your right hip, and then press into your right shin, lift the hips, come in towards gate pose. You can flatten the left foot if you'd like, or just kind of land on your heel like me. And 1 more big breath, nothing super big. And then gently make your way back. Nice. From here, I want you to sit back onto your left butt cheek, and then grab a hold of your right shin. If possible, just grab it a hold with your left hand, or you can kind of cup it towards the crease of your elbow, and just kind of rock it out from left, right, right, left a few times. All right, from here, you'll take your right hand, grab either hold of your big toe or the outer edge of your right foot, and then just nothing super big. Start to straighten the leg any amount. You can keep a soft bend to the knee. We're still really, really early. And then as you're kicking into your hand or your peace fingers, I want you to keep the spinal column nice and long. So notice that the low back is starting to round. Take one more big breath. And I want you to flip your grip. So take your left hand, either grab for the big toe or the outer edge of your foot. Two options here, so I'll face you. So either you're pressing your finger pads behind your right hip, or you're reaching the right palm back behind you, find a twist. So as you did so before, I want you to kick into your hand or your peace fingers, just as your foot is kicking into your hand. Wherever you are in the twist, feel the right shoulder draw a little further back into space. And then slowly rebend through the left knee, or rather through the right knee first. Set the right palm down if it were lifted, and then come back. Release the right leg, and we'll switch. So bend into your left knee, draw the sole towards the groin. And then instead of twisting, I just want you to fold over the left shin. Allow the sit bones to lift that want to lift. I have a blanket underneath my hips since everything's tight. All I'm doing is sitting right now. Nice. All right, take one more deep breath here. Beautiful. Come back towards center, and like you did on the other side, left hand to the outside of your left hip. Press into that, dig into your left shin. Lift the hips up, coming towards your gate pose. So allow the right hip to come up towards the ceiling, and any amount that you want to tip your head back, go for it. Pretty mild back bend to start. And lower the seat down. All right, go ahead and take your right hand, grab a hold of your outer edge of your foot. So you can either stay here because the hips are kind of not open right now, or you can hug it in towards the right tricep, right bicep. And same thing, rock it out from left, right, right, left. You can hug it. All right, you'll flip your grip. So either left hand grabs the outer edge, or you can take your peace fingers, grab a hold of your big toe. This is called Heron pose. So you can keep any amount of bend into your knee, but just notice that the low back is starting to compensate for that. So you can bend into your knee and just kind of allow the knee to come towards the armpit, or just kick into your hand, straight through the leg, any amount. All right, take your right hand, grab a hold of either the big toe or the outer edge of your foot. Two options here. So same thing, you'll either bring your left hand behind your left hip, or you'll float the left fingertips back behind you. Find a little bit of an outer hip stretch as you twist. So create this action here that you're kicking into your hand, your fingers, just as you're pulling. So find a little bit of resistance here. And feel the left shoulder draw a little further back in space so you feel a little more of a twist. So you got one more breath. And then rebend through the left knee first. Nice. You can just come to a cross-legged seat. Big inhale breath, sit up really tall, and then hinge at your hips any amount. Take a big breath here. And then come all the way back towards center. One more thing before I get you on all fours. Bring your right arm out and internally rotate at your shoulder. You'll create a fist here. So I want you to bend at your right elbow, draw it towards your upper back, mid back, anywhere that feels accessible. Draw the left palm all the way up, same thing, create a fist here. And then you'll bend into your elbow, draw it towards the mid back, upper back. So cow-faced arms, no connection here. I mean, you see if you can draw the knuckles a little closer together as you press the base of your skull in towards your left forearm, left wrist. You know, the elbows draw a little up and back in space without back bending, so both sides of the waist stay really long. It's one more breath here. And then slowly release that. And then bring both arms out to a cactus shape. As you bring both arms out to a cactus shape, same thing. Prevent yourself from back bending, so draw the front ribs in. Very carefully track the elbows back behind you. Keep your chin lifted off of your chest. Nice big inhale breath. And then exhale, do the opposite action. Draw the elbows, forearms, wrist, palms to touch. Little bit of pressure here. Nice. And then undo that. Bring your left arm out towards the left. Internally rotate at the shoulder. Create a fist. Once more, you'll bend into your elbow. Bring it towards the upper back, mid back. Bring your right palm all the way up, create that fist, then bend into your elbow. Land anywhere that feels comfortable. So again, no connection here. Press the base of your skull in towards the right forearm, right wrist. Elbows draw up and back in space without back bending. Okay, so one more smooth breath. And then gently undo it. One more time, arms out to a cactus shape. Long, long spine, big inhale. And then exhale, track the elbows back behind you. Keep the chest nice and broad, collarbones broad. And then close the elbows, wrists, forearms in together. Nice. Big inhale. And then exhale, shake it out. Downward facing dog, please. All right, so once you make your way towards your downward facing dog, as always, just take a few moments, settle into this first inversion. See how the backs of the legs feel, the arms feel, the shoulders. All right, from your downward facing dog, feet about hip width distance-ish, hands about shoulder width distance-ish. Any amount of bend into your knees. The backs of the legs are feeling tight, or upper back rounding any amount. All right, inhale, draw the right leg up and back in space. And then exhale, rock forward towards the one-legged plank. As you rock forward towards a one-legged plank, do your best to keep the hips nice and level, low belly engaged. Tense up through the left finger pads. So notice the right hip wants to drop, keep it level, continue to kick the back wall away from you. Now stay here or reach the left palm forward, maintain the balance and the levelness of your hips. One more breath. Nice, left palm down, right leg up and back. Bend into your right knee, open up your hips, so twisted down dog. Just take a breath here. Feel the right heel draw a little closer towards the ground. Nice, inhale, right leg up. And then exhale, set the right toes down. Awesome, we'll switch, left leg up. Rock forward, one-legged plank. Nice, continue to engage through the low belly. So notice if the hips are piking up, keep them nice and level. Navel almost wants to snap towards the spine. Now look at your right hand, tent up through the right finger pads. Keep the hips nice and level. Stay here or draw the right palm forward, maintain your balance. Yeah, one more breath. And then right palm down, left leg up. Bend into your left knee, stack the hips, twisted down dog. Left heel is really, really heavy here, so feel the side body opening. And then left leg up, left toes down, downward facing dog. Nice, inhale, shift forward, come in towards a high plank. Allow the shoulders to stack over the wrist as you actively press the ground away from you. Exhale, shift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Two more just like this. Inhale, shift forward, crown of the head reaches forward. Continue to press as you feel the front ribs draw in. Exhale, shift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Nice, one more just like this. Inhale, rock forward, come in towards your high plank. Keep the hip points pointing forward towards the top of your mat, butt down. Exhale, draw the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Nice, go ahead and walk your hands towards the back of your mat, hands to meet your feet. Take a bend into your knees. Belly hangs on your thighs. And you got two options here. So one, you're either gonna grab for opposite wrists or two towards the elbows. Drive your head down, so just behind the legs. So when you keep a bend into your legs, take this out of your hamstrings. And if it feels good, rock it out from left, right, right, left. And then as you're feeling it, you can straighten your legs any amount, but nothing super intense. And then release the palms, walk it back towards the top of your mat, downward facing dog. All right, inhale, right leg up. And then exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Tent up through your fingertips or place palms onto something, elevate them. Gaze forward towards the top. Exhale, shift your hips up and back, find a modified pyramid. Two more just like this. Inhale, rebend through the right knee. Exhale, shift your hips back. Nice, one more. Inhale, rebend through the right knee. Exhale, shift your hips back. This time, rebend through the right knee. And go ahead and place your right hand just behind your right heel. Either the right shoulder is touching your right knee or you're shimmying your right shoulder all the way underneath. Just take one more big breath here. And then gently undo it. Come back, downward facing dog. Nice big inhale breath. Smooth exhale breath. All right, left leg extends. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Tent up through your finger pads or pop them onto something. Gaze forward. Then exhale, shift the hips up and back, coming towards your modified pyramid. So any amount that the left leg wants to straighten. 2 more times. Inhale to rebend. Exhale, shift your hips back. Nice. 1 more. Inhale, rebend. And then exhale, shift the hips back. Nice. This time as you rebend, same 2 options. You're taking your left hand just behind your left ankle. Either the left shoulder is adjacent towards your left knee or shimmy the left shoulder all the way. And just take a breath here. And then undo it, hands flat, downward facing dog. Nice, big inhale breath. Smooth exhale breath. All right, inhale, shift forward, coming towards a high plank, listen. Lower down to your knees. Continue to shift forward. And then on my count, bend your elbows back. 3, 2, 1, hold here in your modified chaturanga. I want you to draw the elbows in towards the rib cage. Keep the shoulder girdle higher above the elbows. Low belly engaged. And then press all the way back up. Tuck the toes, draw the hips up and back, downward facing dog. We got 2 more just like this. Inhale, shift forward. Continue to shift forward. So either you have the choice to lower down to your knees or keep the legs straight. See that the shoulders are past the wrists. Then bend your elbows with control. 3, 2, 1, hold. Draw the elbows in towards the rib cage, so it's like you're creating a shelf for yourself. Then straighten through the arms, tuck the toes, draw the hips up and back, downward facing dog. So building a little more shoulder mobility, or shoulder stability here. 1 more. Inhale, shift forward. Either lower down to your knees or keep shifting forward. Then exhale, bend your elbows. 3, 2, 1. Hold, 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 hold. Nice, straighten through the arms, high plank. Tuck the toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Nice, big inhale breath. And smooth exhale breath. Inhale, set your gaze forward. And then exhale, feet to meet your hands, top of your mat. Nice, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, really long spine. And then exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, hinge at your hips. 3 half salutations. Inhale, arms extend all the way up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, hinge at your hips. Halfway lift, look forward, lengthen. Then exhale, deepen the fold. Inhale, arms extend all the way up towards the ceiling, press through both feet. Nice, then exhale, fold forward, hinge at your hips. You got a halfway lift, look forward, lengthen. Then exhale, deepen the fold. Nice, inhale, arms extend all the way up towards the ceiling, press through both feet. And then exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, hinge at your hips. Halfway lift, look forward, lengthen. Exhale, hands flat, step back, high plank. Nice, big inhale breath, hold your plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Cobra Bhujangasana, lift just your chest, little to no weight in your hands. Pull the palms back as you draw the ribcage forward. Exhale, slowly release. Once more, inhale, lift just the chest, find your cobra. Dig into the tops of your feet so much you feel the knees lift. Exhale, undo it. Begin to tuck your toes and use the inhale breath to press up to a tabletop or plank. Exhale, shift the hips up and back, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Deep inhale breath. And smooth exhale breath. Inhale, gaze forward. And then exhale, feet to meet your hands, top of your mat. Halfway lift, really long spine. Then exhale, fold forward, release. Inhale, arms extend all the way up towards the ceiling, Urdhva Hastasana. Then exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, hinge at your hips. Halfway lift, look forward, lengthen. Exhale, hands flat, step back, high plank. Once more, big inhale, breath, hold your plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Sweep the palms back behind you. Interlace your hands this time. Bound locust. Lift the arms, chest, legs. Pull the shoulder heads back as you feel the knuckles pull back. Exhale, release. Flip your grip, or rather switch whichever thumb is on top. Inhale, lift the arms, chest, legs. Once more, find your bound Shalabhasana. Feel the toes pull back as everything draws in towards the center. Exhale, gently release. Slide your palms in your shoulders, tuck your toes. Use the inhale breath to press up to a tabletop or plank. Exhale, shift the hips up and back, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Nice deep inhale breath. And then smooth exhale breath. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, feet to meet your hands, top of your mat. Halfway lift, look forward, lengthen. Exhale, deepen the fold. Inhale, arms extend all the way up towards the ceiling. Exhale, palms towards your heart, release your hands to your sides. Inhale, arms extend all the way up. Then exhale, fold forward, hinge at your hips. Halfway lift, look forward, lengthen. This time, hands flat, step the right foot back, keep the right knee lifted. Set up for high lunge. Inhale, Koundinyasa, your full crescent. Continue to lift up and out of your waist. Nice. From here, reach both arms out in front of you. Stack the right elbow up and over your left. Garudasana, eagle arms. So either double cross at the wrists, back to both palms touch, or give your shoulders a big old hug. Take a big inhale breath. Reach the elbows all the way up towards the ceiling. With control, draw the elbows in towards your navel, tuck your chin in towards your chest. Your balance will be challenged here a bit. Nice. Inhale, lift the elbows all the way up. And then exhale, undo it, hands flat to the mat, step back, high plank. We did this before with control, so feel free to lower down to your knees. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, bend your elbows, 3, 2, 1. Hold here for a breath. Straighten through the arms, high plank. Exhale, tuck the toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg extends. Exhale, shift forward, one-legged plank. Nice. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Rise up, high lunge, crescent lunge, Koundinyasa, arms reach and extend. Nice. This time I want you to bend at your elbows, bring them towards your rib cage, palms face up. Keeping the lunge into your right knees. Start to draw the elbows out to opposite ends of the room. So you are externally rotating at the shoulders. So it's like you're presenting a platter, but then you're trying to share it with everybody. One more breath. And then release your hands flat towards the mat. Step forward, left foot to the top. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Then fold forward, Uttanasana. Other side, inhale, arms extend all the way up towards the ceiling, press through both feet. This time, slide your palms towards your heart, release your hands to your sides. Next, inhale, arms extend all the way up. Then exhale, fold forward, hinge at your hips. Halfway lift, look forward, lengthen, really long spine. Exhale, hands flat, left foot back, keep the left knee lifted. Rise up to your high lunge, crescent lunge. Continue to reach the arms all the way up and overhead. And then once more, reach the elbows forward. This time, left elbow over the right. Create your eagle arms. So either backs of both palms touch, double cross at your wrists, or give your shoulders a hug. Take a big inhale breath as you reach the elbows all the way up towards the ceiling. With control, curl vertebra by vertebra in. So it's like you're drawing your elbows in towards your navel, tuck your chin in towards your chest. Next, inhale, rise all the way back up. Undo the bind in your elbows, arms, hands flat towards the mat. Step back, high plank. Inhale, shift forward. Stay or lower to your knees. Bend the elbows back, 3, 2, 1, hold. Press back up, high plank. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg extends. Exhale, shift forward, one-legged plank. Nice. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Nice. Rise all the way up, high lunge, crescent lunge, arms reach, extend. And it's like you're pulling down on the left, pull down bar, bend the elbows. Elbows towards your rib cage. Then bring them forward like you're presenting a platter, so palms face up. Same thing that we did on the other side. Bring your elbows to opposite ends. So it's like you're opening them up, sharing that platter to both the left and the right of you. Nice. Inhale, come back towards center. And then exhale, hands flat. Step forward, right foot to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. And then fold forward, exhale. Nice. Inhale, arms extend all the way up towards the ceiling. Press through both feet. Nice. Slide your palms towards your heart. Release your hands to your sides. Inhale, arms extend all the way up. Exhale, fold forward, hinge at your hips. Halfway lift, inhale. This time, hands flat, step back, high plank. Nice big inhale breath, hold your plank. With control, lower all the way down to your belly once more. Nice, stand up for a Sphinx pose. So palms flat to start, elbows underneath your shoulders. Slightly different today, flip your palms up like we just did. So the thumbs will be facing to the right, to the left edge of your mat as opposed to inwards towards the center. Now begin to tuck your toes, look forward, big inhale breath, and then modified forearm plank or forearm plank with your palms facing up. So just notice how this feels slightly different. Continue to feel the low belly staying nice and engaged as you dig into your elbows, forearms, tops of your hands. One more breath. Then with control, lower knees, thighs, hips. Return back to your Sphinx. You're going to flip the palms back towards the mat. Lower all the way down. Palms in your shoulders, tuck your toes. Press up, tabletop or plank. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Let's take 2 deep full rounds of breath. Recalibrate, notice the breath cadence. I am going to get some water. I am doing this with you. Take one more big breath. All right, as you're ready, inhale, gaze forward. And then exhale, feet to meet your hands. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, really long spine. Then exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, arms extend all the way up towards the ceiling. As this time, draw your hands towards your heart or towards your hips. I want you to shift weight into your left foot, and then draw your right knee towards your chest. Externally rotate at the right knee, and then set your right sole anywhere to the inseam of your left leg. So Trikonasana, or rather Vrikshasana. Trikonasana is different. Vrikshasana. So your tree pose. Tracking the right knee back behind you without letting the entire torso move. So press firm through the right leg. Both sides of the waist stay really, really long. As you maintain your balance, press into the ground, pass the ground with your left foot. And then you'll have 2 options here. 1, you'll take your peace fingers towards your right big toe, or 2, you'll just take your right hand towards your right shin. As you are ready, slowly go ahead and peel the right leg all the way out towards the right. So extended hand to big toe pose. So again, you can always modify this by holding the right shin, tracking the right knee out towards the right. Nice, and with control, you'll track your right knee back towards center. So those of you who have a hold of your big toe, you're kicking into the fingertips just as much as your fingertips are pulling. Nice, one more breath. Everyone rebend through the right knee. Track the right leg back, 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 back. Come in towards a brief warrior 3. So chest stays nice and broad. Keep the low belly engaged as you draw the right hip down a bit. With control, bend into your left knee. Right toes towards the back of your mat. Brief high lunge. Deep inhale breath. Exhale, hands frame the left foot. Nice. Press down through the palms. Draw the left leg up and back. 3-legged dog. Inhale, shift forward, 1-legged plank. Either continue to shift forward, 1-legged chaturanga, or toes down. Inhale, up dog, cobra, or locust. Untuck the toes, knees, thighs, lift. Exhale, shift the hips up and back. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Nice big inhale breath. Smooth exhale breath. All right, inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, feet to meet your hands, top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Then fold forward, exhale. Inhale, arms extend all the way up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, hands towards your heart or hands towards your hips. So we'll switch sides, shift weight into the right foot. Same two options. Draw your, not yet. Draw your left knee towards your chest and then externally rotate at the left knee. So I'm getting a little ahead of myself. And set up for your tree pose once more. So either foot towards your right thigh, anywhere along the inseam. It doesn't have to be that high. I like to place it a little further down sometimes. And then left knee tracks back. So open up through the fronts of your hips, inner thigh. As you maintain your balance, feel the right toes kind of widen, almost as if they're trying to grip the mat. And both sides of the waist stay really long. Okay, so one more breath here. Set up for extended hand to big toe pose to the left. So either track your left knee back towards center, hold your shin, or peace fingers grab a hold of your big toe, and then bring your left leg all the way out towards the left. So right hand can always come out like a counterbalance, or right hand, right hip. So you got one more breath. And then with control, track your left leg back towards center. Any amount of bend into your knee that you need to do is cool, or just hold on to the shin. So you got one more breath here. Rebend through the left knee if it's extended. Then with control, track the left leg back, 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 back. Tilt forward and towards a warrior three. So any variation that works for you with your hands. You can always come forward towards your heart, sweep them back. One more breath. Then bend into your right knee, left toes towards the back. Brief high lunge. Big inhale, breath. Then exhale, hands frame your right foot. Flatten through both palms, right leg extends up and back. Inhale, shift forward, one-legged plank. Either stay or continue to shift forward. Right toes can come down. Chaturanga. Up dog, cobra, or locust. Exhale, shift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a smooth inhale breath. And smooth exhale breath. One more, please, deep inhale. And smooth exhale. Nice. Inhale, right leg up. Then exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Turn and ground your left foot flat this time. Inhale, rise up to your warrior two. Arms reach all the way up and out like wings. So just go ahead and see that your feet are nice and wide. Back foot at least parallel towards the back edge of your mat. Right knee tracking towards the right second and third toe. So keep the pelvis nice and neutral. As you are here, straighten through the right leg. Reach forward until you can't. Trikonasana, triangle. Left palm all the way up. If you want a side bend, then left fingertips all the way forward. Now once here, the left hip will have to tilt down just a bit. Let that happen. And then wherever you are, both sides of the waist stay as long as possible. Beautiful. From here, go ahead and bring your right hand just behind the right ankle once more. Bend into your right elbow, and then you can bend into your right knee any amount. From here, I want you to bring your right hand behind you. So it's like a really, really awkward half bind. So right hand anywhere that feels accessible. Left hand to your left hip. And then if you'd like, you can come in towards a fully bound triangle. I'm not really going to work for that today, right now. But again, any amount of bend into your right knee, don't want you to force this. Now left shoulder up and back in space to the best of your ability. And then gently undo it. Hands frame the right foot. Nice. Go ahead and rebend through the right knee, swivel onto the left ball mound, step back, optional vinyasa or straight to downward facing dog. Use the full inhale breath in your back bend. Full exhale, draw the hips up and back, downward facing dog. A deep inhale. And smooth exhale. Nice, one more time on the right side. So inhale, right leg up and back. Then exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Once more, turn and ground the left foot flat. Arms reach all the way up and out like wings. Beautiful. Once here, I want you to bring your left hand towards your left hip. So slightly different entry into Ardha Chandrasana This has been kind of one of my favorite ways to get into this. So you'll shorten your stance, so you'll come into a really, really tiny warrior two. Squeeze your left glute a lot, use your low belly, reach forward through the right palm, and then see if you can just tilt up. So bring the left heel, drive the baby toe edge of your left foot up, 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 up. And then right fingertips can come to the ground, to your water bottle, to a block book. But think about driving the left baby toe edge up as high as you can, keeping the left hip point up. Now you got one more breath. And then bend deeply into the right knee. Set the left toes down, warrior two. Nice, straighten through the right leg. Turn and pivot the left toes out. Bend into your left knee. Then shift the hips back then down. Lateral side lunge towards the back edge of your mat. So fingertips can come towards the ground, chest forward, or if you have a little more range of motion, draw the hips down, 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 down. Drive weight into the baby toe edge of your left foot. Now wherever you are, chest stays open. Beautiful, one more breath here. And then hands flat towards the mat. Walk them along the left long edge. Hands will turn and pivot towards the top. Nice. Bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Lower the left knee down. Set up for a lizard pose here. So either stay lifted up onto your palms or lower down to something supporting the forearms or lowering all the way down to your forearms. If this feels pretty intense for the fronts of the hips or anywhere towards the inner right thigh, just decrease the angle. Scoot the left knee a little forward so the hips are shifting a little further up and back. Take one more big breath. Nice. Go ahead and rise all the way up to your palms if you're lowered down. Take an angled half splits. So shift your hips back, lift the right ball mound of your foot off of the ground, and then see that the left hip is roughly over the left knee. Pull the right heel back towards the back of your mat, left knee forward. You got one more big breath here. Really nice. Go ahead and rebend through the right knee. Hands forward, tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, step back. You have an optional vinyasa, or as always, hips up and back, go straight to a down dog. Full inhale, back bend. Full exhale, shift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Nice, big inhale breath. Smooth exhale breath. One more deep inhale. And smooth exhale. All right, inhale, left leg up. And then exhale, step your foot in between your hands. So turn around facing. Turn and ground the right foot flat, rise all the way up, warrior two. So once more, just see that your feet are nice and wide. Feel almost as if you're dragging your feet to meet each other in the middle so that the pelvis stays nice and level. All right, from here, straighten through the left leg. Reach forward until you can't. Find your triangle, Trikonasana. Rest your left palm lightly, just so that the chest isn't collapsing. So this can be on your left shin. You can touch up through the finger pad, or just prop your palm onto something. You also have the option to reach your right palm forward, create a side body stretch. All right, from here, you can bring your right hand back towards center, or right hand, right hip. And then draw your right palm just behind the right ankle once more. So we'll set up for a half bind. So any amount of bend that you need to do into your left knee is cool. And then draw the left shoulder to be adjacent towards the left knee, or it might shimmy all the way underneath. Go ahead and create your half bind to the best of your ability. So top of your hand towards the left hip, or anywhere along the outside of your left leg. Just be cognizant of where the right shoulder is in space. Perhaps you're creating a full bind here, but that is not necessary. Just keep the right shoulder drawing up as opposed to down. Yeah, you got one more breath. And then gently undo it. Hands frame the foot. Step back, optional vinyasa or straight to down dog. Up dog, cobra, locust on your inhale. Exhale, shift the hips up and back. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Nice big inhale breath.
And smooth exhale breath. All right, once more, left leg extends. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Once more, warrior two, right foot spins flat, arms reach all the way up and out like wings. Nice. From here, once more, you'll create a really, really tiny warrior two. So walk the right foot in a bunch, right hand towards your right hip. I want you to squeeze your right glute a lot, work the low belly here. Reach the left palm forward until you can't anymore, and see if you can just tilt. As you tilt forward, feel the right leg lift. So right palm down towards the ground, towards the water bottle, something underneath your palm. And think about driving the knife edge of your right foot up, 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 up. Now continue to peel the right hip up towards the ceiling. You got one more big breath. Nice. First, bend into your left knee. See if you can just float the right leg back. So go back the way you came. And straighten through the left leg. Turn and pivot the left foot. And then turn and pivot the right toes out. Okay, so bend into your right knee. Shift the hips back. Then down any amount. So finger pads towards the ground. Or if you have a little more range of motion, draw the hips down and back even further. Any variation in your lateral side lunge. Keep the chest open. Nice. One more big breath. Shift a little more weight towards the baby toe edge. Then everyone hands flat to the mat along the right long edge. Turn and pivot towards the top. Hands to the inside of your left foot. So lower the right knee down. Wiggle the left foot forward and out a bit. Stay on your palms or prop your forearms onto something or lower all the way down. Again, notice how this feels on this left side. This tends to be a little tighter for me, so my right knee is a little more forward. If that is not you, then right knee can stay further back. Wherever you are, release control of the head, neck, shoulders. One more breath. And rise all the way up to your palms. Shift your hips back, angled half splits to the left. So right heel, or rather right knee might have to scoop back a bit so that the right hip is over the right knee. So you tent up through the finger pads, feel the left heel drag back, right knee forward. Nice, one more breath. And then rebend through the left knee. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, and then step back. Optional vinyasa or hips up and back, straight to a downward facing dog. Let's use a full inhale for your back bend. Full exhale, draw the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Smooth inhale. Smooth exhale. One more deep inhale. And open mouth exhale. Nice. All right, go ahead and lower down to your knees. Have some water. Take a round of breath again on your own. This is mostly because I need water. Okay, so I did not mention this earlier, but all of this prep work will work towards this arm balance called Ekapada Koundinyasa 2. And this is an arm balance dedicated to the sage Koundinyasa, second variation. That's all it means in Sanskrit. So you can kind of think about this as an angled splits on top of chaturanga arms, which is why I made you do those brutal stabilizations, holding chaturanga, building that shoulder strength, building that core strength. So show you what it looks like, then we'll do it on the right, left, each side. You can do this on your back as well if you're like, I'm good on this. So I'll show you both versions. You'll come into a downward facing dog. I'll do the left side, left leg extends, and then I'll step my left foot to the outside of the left palm, shimmy the shoulder underneath, and then hand is going to frame the heel like it did, like we've done before. I'll scoop my right palm back, and then all it is a tilt shift. I'm going to start to bend my elbows back. Then I'll shift my left leg forward, and then as I shift weight forward, bend into the elbows, see the right leg lifts, and then I'll hold here.
Then bring the right toes down, high plank, down dog. Yeah? So that's what it looks like, right side up. There's a shit ton of hard work, a lot of shoulder stuff, a lot of core stuff at the same time. You're like, want to build the low belly strength, do it on your back, that is cool too. So from your back, you'll set up like you would in a supine bakasana. So I've done this with you guys before if you've been to my classes. Instead of just hanging out here, you lay on your back, bring your hands in between the legs, lift your chest. So you're starting to build that low belly strength. One leg extends out and then the other leg extends back behind you. So you're building that shape, you're still building the low belly strength, you're just not right side up. Yeah? So either one of these shapes will work. We'll do the right and the left together. The right side is not my greatest, it is not my Instagram side, so don't pay attention to that. And you can take it to any level, whichever works for you. The back leg lifts, great. If it doesn't, also great. Just build in towards that shape. Yeah? Okay, so downward facing dog, is you ready? Okay, go ahead and extend the right leg up and back in space. And then set your right foot to the outside of your right foot. If you're on your back, set up for your supine bakasana. And then go ahead and shimmy the right shoulder all the way underneath, right hand just behind the right heel. So this might be where you stay, totally cool. Otherwise, go ahead and bend your elbows back. Be sure that the left palm is adjacent in the same line. And then perhaps you just shift weight forward, straightening the right leg. This might be where you stay. Maybe you continue to shift weight forward and then the left leg wants to lift. It's not happening for me here, so this is where I'm staying. Now then, when you're ready, set the left foot down, right foot back, downward facing dog. Nice big inhale breath. Big exhale breath. All right, other side, last side. Left leg extends. And then left foot to the outside of your left palm. Shimmy the left shoulder underneath. So left hand behind the left heel. This might be where you stay. If you're on your back, you're just switching. And then bend the elbows back. Make sure your right palm is adjacent to your left. And then perhaps the left leg starts to scoot forward. Maybe this is where you stay. Or start to shift a little more weight forward. Straighten through the left leg. Maybe the right leg lifts. Then set the right toes down, left leg back. Downward facing dog. Oh my goodness. I don't know about you because I cannot see any of you, but I am really, really sweaty. And deep inhale breath. Smooth exhale breath. All right, we'll start to decelerate. Right leg extends. Pigeon on the right. Lower the left knee down, right shin down. Stay in this back bend briefly. So walk the fingertips back behind you. And then just see that the weight is even between both sides of the hip. So if all the weight shifted over to the right, that's okay. Do that. Just keep the left knee bent. This is where you stay. Otherwise, everyone else, walk the hands forward, add the forward bend. If this shape is not working for your body, as always, you have a seated figure four or a reclined figure four. One isn't better than the other. It's just that we're already in this plane, so sequentially, this makes sense in my mind. But just take these next few rounds of breath. Decelerate, slow everything down. Allow the head, neck, shoulders to really, really be heavy so you can feel the outer right hip. Notice the breath. Can you slow it down even more? And just one more here. Beautiful. Go ahead and rise all the way up to your palms. Nice. Just go ahead and swing the left leg out in front of you, straighten through the right leg. And then bring your hands back behind you.
Fingertips point out to about 3 and 9. You'll bend at the elbows just a bit, then pinch them together so that the shoulder blades come together, and then lift your chest. So it's like an upright Matsyasana, upright fish. Feel the triceps kind of act as a shelf to prop the heart up. Tip your head back any amount. Nice, one more breath. And straighten through the arms, walk the hands back. Swing the legs out to one side, downward facing dog as you're ready. If this shape did not work for you, you can stay seated or on your back. All right, we'll do the other side. Left leg extends. And then pigeon on the left. Lower the right knee down, right shin down. And once more, briefly, just hang out in this back bend. So walk the fingertips back a bit. And notice if this side feels a little tighter, a little more open. Just make sure that the weight is roughly even between both sides. That way you're not collapsing. Again, you have the option for 90-90 legs if that works better for your hips this morning. Or add the forward bend. Wherever you are, just notice the subtle differences between the left and the right. And once more, check in with the breath cadence. See where the mind is at. Nice, one more breath. Nice, rise all the way up to your palms. And like we did on the other side, everyone join us. So the right leg swings all the way around, coming towards Dandasana, your staff pose once more. Okay, two options here, either a reverse tabletop or a reverse plank. If you're going for a reverse plank, just keep the legs straight. If you're going for a reverse tabletop, it's kind of like you're setting up a bridge, but you're still staying upright. Once more, hands back behind you, soft bend into your elbows. Pinch the shoulder blades and the elbows together first. Take a big inhale breath, then press into your hands, lift the hips up any amount, tilt your head back any amount. You're staying in the reverse plank. See if you can drive the ball mounds of your feet down towards the ground so you get a deeper stretch to the fronts of the hips. But wherever you are, you're pressing the ground away from you, trying to prop the heart space up. And then with control, lower your hips, lower the thighs, lower the knees. Everyone straighten through the legs. Come back up, your staff pose briefly. Nice deep inhale breath. Smooth exhale breath. Beautiful. Any amount of bend into your knees. So this is kind of like the converse action. So we don't want you to really strain on your spine if the backs of the legs are still tight. Sit up really, really tall, so both sides of the waist long. Fold forward, Paschimottanasana, seated forward bend. Allow the torso to drape over the thighs, and I really do not care about the grip. If you have one, fabulous. If you do not, also fabulous. You grab anywhere along the legs. But just feel the stretch behind the backs of your right leg, the left leg. One more breath. Go ahead and rise all the way up, vertebra by vertebra. And then lower all the way down to your back. It is almost over. Just bend both knees, feet on the ground. Lightly draw both knees towards your chest. Don't drop them just yet. Allow both knees to pivot over towards the left as you shift your hips over to the right. Easy supine twist. Right arm can draw all the way up and out like a wing. You want to get into your right outer hip. Back your right leg one more time. You can straighten the top leg and take a supine crunchasana, supine heron. You're grabbing the baby toe edge of your right foot. But again, these are options, not necessities.
Take 2 more big breaths just to slow everything down. Feel the twist, the rinse through the low back, mid back, upper back. Okay, so if your left leg was straight and re-bend, and then everyone come back towards center. Once more, knees kind of close towards your chest. Allow them to pivot over to the right. Hip shift to the left. Left arm draws all the way up and out. If you did so other side, we'll take a supine heron. So extend the left leg all the way out, grab a hold of the baby toe edge, or you can just keep the knee bent, stay as is. If you want to gaze past the left shoulder, go for that. One more big breath. Beautiful. If the left leg was straight, go ahead and re-bend. Everyone come back towards center. Hug both knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Squeeze all the muscles in your face. Draw your forehead to your knees. Sip in a little more air. And Shavasana is your final posture. Let the weights. Legs out, arms out. Just here. Very briefly, 2 minutes. If seated meditation is something that resonates with you a little better this morning, that is always an option. But I just want you to give yourself these last few moments just to find a little bit of stillness through the day. Even though it might seem like we're not doing a whole lot individually, a lot could be happening internally that we do not know about. And this is the perfect time just to draw inwards and just notice. It can be something going on with the mind. It can be something going on emotionally. It can be something going on physically. It's very, very easy for us to get caught up in everything that's happening externally, not just within yourself, but outside of your home, outside the neighborhood, outside of where you are in space. So in this meditative state, just know this. Just feel the entire back body that's in contact with the mat, how heavy it is. Notice how the belly rises and falls. Notice how the rib cage lightly expands and contracts. Notice how heavy the shoulders feel against the ground. Just notice how heavy the eyes feel. Now about 5 more rounds of breath. So the conclusion of your final rounds of breath, you're more than welcome to stay. Otherwise, gently begin to bring some life back into the fingers, the toes. As you rock your head from left, right, right, left a few times. When it feels right, bring your arms all the way up and overhead. Give yourself a nice big body stretch. Take a deep bend to your knees. Transition over your favorite side. Use your bicep as a pillow and briefly come back to that person, that thing that you are grateful for. And then using your opposite palm, press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Hands towards heart center as you'd like. Eyes can stay closed or open. Thank you for sharing your practice, your energy, your breath, this morning with me, allowing me the honor to guide the practice. Together we draw the thumbs to third eye center, lift our chins just a little higher. It's here where we acknowledge our mutual love and respect for each other, this practice, this community. Thumbs to the lips to seal in the breath. And finally thumbs back to the heart where we feel our heartbeat. This reminds us our hearts beat the same, our blood courses the same. At the end of the day, we're one and the same. It is also from this place that we bow forward to each other with love and with gratitude. So to each of you, I bow humbly too. Namaste. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.